Looks like, huh? Hang on, we'll give this a second. Yeah, that looks about right.
Ozzy Danny said, hi.
Hey Danny.
I think.
How you doing? Yep, I'm here. We're going. The bike is not falling apart. So everything seems to be working. It rides really good now. Everything's so nice and smooth. It's awesome. And we've got good weather today. It's probably like 17, 18 degrees. Yesterday was good too, but my bike was in bits, so had to do the garage stream instead. But yeah, all I had to do was tidy up the gears and it's good. It's been like 2 weeks since I've gone for a ride, so I've been itching for it. And we might even catch a sunset, if we're lucky. I've got to be back by about 6:30, so we're having dinner. So it gives me, yeah, that's over an hour 15. So we'll just do like maybe 1.5 laps today. Oh, you can sort of see the sunset up there, it's poking through the clouds. It's kind of hard to gauge how high the sun is. So all the clouds kind of block it. That usually tells me how much daylight we got left. Apparently the rule is you put your hand out and however many palms you've got to the horizon, you know, at the end of the day, is roughly how many hours of daylight you got left.
Music Play said, did you find that noise right away?
The noise is fixed. It would have been a drivetrain. Everything is like silky smooth and quiet at the moment. It's awesome. It rides like a brand new bike. I got all my gears adjusted nicely. I'll just wait until there's 2 cars and then we can go. Yep.
Music Play said, sweetness.
Yeah, it's awesome now. But, you know, I've ridden it like maybe 2 kilometres, so we'll find out in a little bit. We just gotta wait for these guys. It's pretty busy this little bit here. This is the road that kind of just passes through the town. So if you get people that go to Inverloch or whatever, they kind of pass through here. Well, we're waiting. Oh, someone's letting me through, thank you. Always like 50-50 when people do that. You don't know if they're just not paying attention or if they're actually letting you through. But that dude let me through, so that was nice. Yeah, I tried to get out a little earlier. It took a bit longer than I needed to adjust the gears. Had to do the front derailleur. But it was worth it because I can go up to 3rd gear now and it's all nice. There's no weird noises. When I was adjusting it, I forgot that if you're in, like, say, 3rd on the left, which is the fastest gear, the biggest one, and you're on the biggest gear on the back.
Music Play said, do you have twist grip or levers?
Got trigger shift. I used to have grip shift on my old bike. But yeah, if you've got the big gear at the front and big gear at the back, the chain goes sideways a bit and it'll make noise, it'll rub. So I was testing it and like, why is it making that noise? And then I realized, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, it's meant to do that. You're not meant to use your gears like that.
Music Play said, can't stand grip shifts, myself.
I don't mind them. I used to have them, but I would prefer trigger. My first mountain bike had grip shift. I had a Mongoose Maneuver. That was a really good bike. Steel frame, super heavy. These are cool cars. If that's the, oh no, it's the Fiat. But the Abarth version of those is really cool. They have like a turbo 1.4. Super loud, it's got boost gauge on the pillars.
Music Play said, right about now, Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, Funk Soul Brother.
Yeah, man. I've forgotten the name of the guy who does that. Fatboy Slim, that's it. With some really good video clips too. yeah, I've been working on some streaming stuff. I've got a...
Muted Play said, this song regularly pops into my head.
Yeah, it's catchy. It took the world by storm when it came out. That was just at the verge of like peer-to-peer MP3s. And one of the versions I've got, I don't know if it's this one. Yeah, Funk Show Brother. You'll hear it at the end. There's like
Muted
a dude
Play said,
on the radio.
this one and Return of the Mac.
Yeah. I am so glad to be out of the house. This is just a nice change of pace. But yeah, I was working away in OBS and I added some new stuff. A very different type of stream. Still somewhat fitness related, but probably a bit more, I don't know, familiar and interactive for you guys. I'll get up here and have a look and see what the sunset looks like in a bit. Oh, it looks pretty good. We'll get past the school, there's that little hill. I can look at it from there. Get a good view of it. Yeah, the bike is dead silent.
Jorknet stream.
Jorknet? What? I don't know what that means. Had a bug
Muted
bounce
Play
off my
said,
face.
that's for that other side.
Nah, a bit different to that. I wouldn't categorize that as fitness. I mean, it's barely fitness. It really depends on me. I think we'll be taking it easy. And it's a balancing act too, because if you ramp up the fitness scale, then the stream goes shorter, with the limit being me, because I am not fit. But the main thing is I've got this set up so that I can keep streaming in winter, even when the weather's shit. All right, we'll get up this hill and take a quick look at the sunset. God, the other day I slept in so much after that maintenance stream. I got up at like 4:30. I'm like, oh shit. I had my alarm set for 12, but I slept through it. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. It's a good chance for me to grab a drink as well.
Muted Play said, wait, so, shop collar tied to commands or bits. When your form is bad, chat can punish you.
I could do something like that. How would I do that? If I have like some Raspberry Pi that activates a switch or something. Yeah, I'm not big on the whole degrading, punishing yourself for chat's entertainment. I don't see that as long-term productive. Well, we've got all the windmills going today, but it's like, there's no wind here. There'll be a bit more towards the ocean though. All right, let's go. My goggles are fogged up. I can't see shit.
Muted Play said, you can use the OmniVod software, I think.
Yeah, there'll be a way to do it. I saw Mudan set up a gun that would shoot him, like a Nerf gun or something, or a little BB gun. So people could donate bits and it would just shoot him.
Muted Play said, as long as you have BT in a BT-enabled collar thing.
But think about it, right? Like if you set your whole stream up to be like you get rewarded while being punished, like you get financially rewarded for being punished, eventually you're just not going to want to stream. Because you'll associate, like, I don't know, being embarrassed, being hurt or whatever with obtaining money. And that's not, I don't know, that seems really unhealthy to me. It's not something I want to get in on. And I don't see it having any like longevity either. People will get bored of it. It's a gimmick. It's a short-term gimmick.
Muted Play said, I want to build an Arduino-based robot arm thing for head pats, but make it the kind that is not gentle.
Yeah, it's on full force and you've got like, you're overdriving the servos in it.
Muted Play said, that baby birth accelerator thing that went around a while back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's like some Michael Reeves
Ozzy
type
Danny
stuff.
said, so more like flops than pets. Muted Play said, yeah.
I gotta fix this speaker. It's kind of hard to hear you guys a bit. Just, I'm rusty. What can I do to make this better? I can put the wallet up more and put it there. That should be a bit better.
Muted Play said,
Oh, yeah.
it starts gentle, then gets aggressive quickly.
That's way better. I can actually hear what you're saying. There we go. No, the next thing I got to do is set up like point redeems and stuff so that the interactive portion is available.
Ozzy Danny said, we need a way for the streamer to pay to swap chat.
To pay to what? Block chat?
Muted Play said,
what?
okay, so, get you a BT DAC, and some IEMs, you can BT to the phone, and TTS into your ear, with volume on the DAC.
Actually, I tried.
That's just called timeouts.
I tried
Ozzy Danny
setting up.
said, swap.
Yeah, I tried setting up my. Actually, I did
Ozzy
set
Danny
up.
said, it can't say swap.
What? I
Ozzy
set up
Danny
my
said,
Bluetooth speakers,
TH-WAF.
Bluetooth earphones, and they can act as a microphone too. But it sounds horrible. Like they're so small, they just peak immediately. So the audio quality is really shit. So I won't be using those unless it's like an emergency. Because I wanted a way to have like the garage streams picking up audio no matter where I am, rather than proximity to the camera. But that's not the solution. Like a good set of Bluetooth mics would do, but I'll have to save up for that. And there's other things I want to get first. So as soon as I get my
Muted Play said, yeah, you'd have to figure out how to do audio out only to the DAC, but use the phone mic or a lapel mic as input.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff around.
Ozzy Danny said, timeouts isn't nearly as fun as swapping other chatters IRL. Not sure exactly how you do that.
I saw a guy, he had like, you could redeem and it would just mute his mic. I'm like, that's fucking funny. You can just abuse that. He had another one that's just like, it would change the scene to a camera that was just showing nothing. But that was a while ago.
Muted Play said, that's super easy to set up.
I got some other ideas I want to add. But yeah, the scene that I've got for the next thing is basically done.
Muted Play said, I have mod commands to change my scenes and devices.
I've got everything aligned up pixel perfect, it looks good. And next I need to test it and do the audio levels. Once I've got them set, I can probably start using it. I was worried to
Ozzy
get
Danny
cold today.
said, I remember that with the muting and no camera redeem thing. I forgot who it was though.
For me, it was Ianicorn. He's one of Mudan's editors. I used to watch him a lot and then I got kind of bored, so I don't watch him anymore.
Muted Play said, you go, it loin do, Avenue ye.
Oh. I can't. That's not English. I'm not translating that. I think I'll just stick to the footpath today. I'm probably going to avoid like dirt paths today. I don't want to get all that crap in my drivetrain just yet.
Muted Play said, TTS lady isn't great at chat accents.
Nah, she's kind of
You just said
robotic.
those words.
You got to learn the way to coax her into saying it the way you want. Even when I was reading it, I didn't know what it looked like. Loined, L-O-I-N-E-D. Oh, the sky looks pretty tonight. You've got clouds. You've got the sunset going on.
Chasted said, learn not lion.
Yo, who's that? Chasted, how you doing, man? Yeah, I'm back. Back with a vengeance.
Muted Play said, you've got it lined up, have you? Asterisk.
Hold up, I can't hear anything while this dude's here. Nice looking bike.
Said, but in Aussie-Landianese.
Very loud. Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks since I've gone for a stream outside the house.
Place said, oh, Chastard.
Oh, they finished whatever they were doing here. I think it was a house
Chastard
here.
said,
No.
hey all, and good. Ozzy Danny said, TTS lady says floppers flop and you think she can do, Loindooth Avenue ye.
Yeah, she struggles. She did not pay attention in English school, English class. I can learn me some good English if I need to. I'm gonna go up this hill and then we'll take a little shortcut over.
Beauty Place said, you.
Actually, let's check out the VL Commodore. Quite rare these days. That one's got a 5 litre, oh, maybe it's got the RB30 in it. That sounds like a straight 6 still. Could be a VL Turbo. But I didn't hear any turbo noises, so maybe
Beauty
not.
Place said, excuse TF out of me TTS lady.
Yeah, she's only got one accent, because this app only has one accent. But it seems to be one that's fairly easy to understand, so I'm good with that. Oh, lowest gear is effortless. Yeah, I didn't realise I had a lot of drag on my drivetrain before. And now, there's none. Other than like the bare, oh fuck. There was like a whole swarm of bugs having some sort of flying orgy there. I didn't want to go invite myself into that. Couldn't they do that somewhere else?
Beauty Place said, intense does a lot of drag, confirmed.
True. Friction drag. And when I add lube, it gets a lot better. It's the golden rule. We're just going to take our time going up this hill. No rush. Although I do need to be home by 6:30. Otherwise my dinner gets cold. That's in an hour though, so plenty of time.
Beauty Place said, move is key, can confirm.
Oh, looks like someone's cut the grass along here. We gotta watch out, this dog looks very excited.
Ozzy Danny said, so, slightly a rush then, ha ha.
G'day. Looks like a puppy.
Yeah, he's a pup.
Yeah, he doesn't hate bikes yet. Yeah, you can always tell puppies, they got really long limbs, but their torso's kind of not filled out yet. So they stand out.
Beauty Place said, wharf wharf.
Oh, one thing, the other scene that I've set up, it's gonna have a slightly longer chat delay. I couldn't figure out a way to get around that. But I'll probably have a look into seeing if there's a way to reduce it. It's so that I could synchronize up the two cameras. Because if you're like one's ahead of the other, it doesn't quite work as well. That won't make sense.
Beauty Place said, as in, chat on screen.
As in, what's happening on screen, no, what's being recorded in real time, you guys will see later. And then when you respond to it, I will see that later. The whole pipeline just has more delay. And it's weird because it's all done through a local network. So you'd think there wouldn't be a delay. But I'll have a look. I think there's some parameter settings I can adjust to reduce that. So maybe I can cut out like a second or two. We'll see. I wonder if the guinea pigs are here today.
Beauty Place said, anything greater than 3 to 4S will become annoying pretty quickly.
Oh, it shouldn't be that bad. I mean, we've got about like 3 to 4 seconds right now. The main issue is just when you encode a stream, there's a delay on that. Oh yeah, you can get everything synchronized up and fast on OBS, but the moment OBS has to encode it, there's a delay.
Beautyplace said, below 2s and you'll be okay.
Yeah, and then if you add a second OBS in there, well now you've got twice the delay.
Beautyplace said, yeah, I mean before Twitch latency.
Let's go down this road. I've never been down here. Figure out where it goes. And that means I can skip that hill. Well, you know what? Let's go down here. I've never been down here either. And when we come back, we can check out that other one. I need a drink.
Beautyplace said, so, you're running 2 OBSs.
Yes. Because you can stream OBS to itself. Get in there. There we go. This might be one of the
Beautyplace
roads
said, is that on separate machines, and one is sent via WebSocket?
not WebSocket. It's just sent through the local network. Okay. This is interesting. There's just like a whole bunch of empty land here. It's like a weird roundabout that's in a triangle shape. We'll go this way. I like exploring. There's still parts of this town that I've just never seen yet. Damn, that dude's got like a half cut. He's hacked up something. He's taken it to the tip. It's gone to Sims Metal.
Beautyplace said, see if you can't manage to get it via WebSocket, might be faster.
Now, WebSockets over OBS is for commands. It's to control the interface. It's not for sending like SRT data through. Oh, bugs. Hang on. That was nasty. I think I swallowed like a couple of them. That's not vomit, that's just water. There's so many bug orgies out tonight.
Beautyplace said, there's no data streams.
That was vile. That's all right. I'll give this other idea a test run in a couple days and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Beautyplace said, I've never looked at WebSockets outside of simple functions.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're for. They're just for, it's like an API that's built into OBS and you send through the correct call and it does the change within OBS. I found out something interesting the other day. So Adobe Premiere files, when you save them, they're actually XML files that are just compressed in zip. Because I was doing some work. What was I doing? Oh, I was doing the BRB video. And it corrupted the save. I'm like, oh no, that's no good. I'll just roll it back to an older version and it'll be fine. Nope, the older versions were corrupted as well. What's up here? So, I did a bit of digging around.
Beautyplace said, is that efficient?
I guess it is. I mean, XML is just like a way to store data. Ooh. Ah, they saw me. And yeah, I went through, opened up the XML file.
Ozzy Danny said, more reasons for you to learn DaVinci.
Yeah, exactly. I actually just downloaded the new version of that last night. Apparently, yeah, Butter Plays was telling me it's got the, it can transcribe audio into text.
Beautyplace said,
The free
yeah,
one.
but XML is just Unicode text. It's already pretty compressed.
Oh, I mean, if you zip, just, no, XML is just like, it looks like HTML. It's just like tags and data. So it compresses pretty easily. But I had a bunch of warp stabilize in there and it stores that info as just, yeah, Unicode text or whatever. So I went through and deleted all those because I thought that's what caused it. That's what the internet said. It's like, oh, if you use warp stabilizer a lot, it can corrupt your save. Awesome. So I went through, deleted all that, and yeah, that didn't work either. So eventually I just gave up and went back to an older version that actually worked, which was like, I don't know, several hours earlier, and I just had to redo all the work. So, one more reason to get away from Premiere and go into DaVinci. I've got some work to do. It's just some shorts, and I'm going to use DaVinci for it. I think it's a good opportunity to just get familiar with it. It's going to be frustrating, but so long as I can rebind the shortcuts the same way they are in Premiere, I don't think I'll have too big a problem. It's just my Google search history is going to be like, how do you do this in DaVinci for like 1,000 entries? Oh, check out those clouds, they're all pink. Looks cool.
Mutaplay said, I quite like Resolve.
Yeah, it's good. It doesn't crash
I
as
was
much.
using VideoPad previously, and holy crap was that slow.
Yeah. I'm more interested in like some of the stuff it lets me do. Like,
Mutaplay said, make sure you search with version number.
yeah, so being able to transcribe audio directly into subtitles, that speeds up my whole workflow for shorts. Because before that, I'd use a third-party service. I'd just export the audio file to that. It would send me back like a subtitle file, and then I'd use that in Premiere. But the limitation is you can't animate subtitles.
Mutaplay said, Ed's be right back.
So if you see any of the shorts that I've done for Luke, that's how I did them. You can style within reason. I think you can add like a stroke around the text, and you can change the color and maybe add a shadow, but you can't animate it in and out, and it's tedious. And sometimes it would just be quicker to just manually do it. So that whole process works if you have a lot of text. If it's just a few things, you just do it by hand. But being able to just do it all in DaVinci will be awesome. Plus you get all the animated options and stuff like that. And the other thing is, Premiere has, you rely on plugins for a lot of
Mutaplay said,
fancier
don't
stuff.
necessarily explicitly trust Resolve's audio analysis for subconversion, but
That'll be
I
good
put
enough.
85% faith into it.
It'll be good
My
enough.
last video, I only had to change like 8 words over 45 meters of jibber jabbering.
Oh yeah, it's not 100% accurate. I've seen people that do shorts and they just leave it in. They just don't care. It's like, it's close enough. No, gravel. I wanted to avoid gravel. Oh well. Can't baby this thing forever. Look how dumb the way they've done this is. So there's a path here that goes to a new bike path that they're opening. And then they make you cross the road here instead of sticking to the left. You can sort of see it up there. And then you have to cross again at the corner. And it's like, it would have been better to keep the whole thing on the
Mutaplay
left.
said, it's fine with normal speech, but start doing technical jargon and you lose it pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, see, so you got to cross over. All right. Why not just do it here? All they had to do is build it here on the side of the road and turn that into this. And then
Aussie
dig and
Danny
you got
said,
it.
auto subs are never fine with Aussie accents. Ever.
Yeah,
never.
they struggle. But some accents are very thick as well. But it's not necessarily my accent, like I'm going to be doing mostly client work. So, yeah, so this isn't open yet. But it will be soon. They said the end of this month, apparently. So we just got to wait for them to do that.
Mutaplay said, actually, I'd totally watch a video editing stream when you try the sub thing.
Or in DaVinci. Because doing it in Premiere is a bit tedious and boring. They got plenty of room. So,
Mutaplay
Holden,
said,
Colorado.
yeah.
yeah, I don't know if editing streams are...
Mutaplay said, I want to see how far off it is.
Like, editing requires a lot of focus, at least from me. I have to focus on it.
Mutaplay
So it's
said,
kinda-
my generic American accent it does pretty darn well with.
For me, it'd be kind of difficult to at least attempt to be entertaining while doing that. That's why I don't really do game streams, because if I'm playing a game, I've got to focus, and then I can't talk, I can't, like,
Ozzy Danny
It's hard to
said,
engage with
in my
chat.
experience, editing streams don't do great.
yeah.
It's too much playing the same thing over and over and over.
I mean, the draw of that is that you get to see the footage that's being edited. That's where the entertaining side of it is. But that footage is in raw form. Like, it's not polished. It's not like made made good yet. Damn, my thesaurus skills
Play
suck
said,
at the moment.
I mean, while you're still a small channel, doesn't matter all that much, really.
I'll try one when I get my dummy battery. Can do it. Oh, I should get the sky over there. We'll get to the top of the hill and we'll have a look at the sunset again.
Play said, just one more thing the algorithm sees that can help it push you because of regularity.
Kind of, but then I'll be drawing in people that want to see video editing. Or, I mean, there's no algorithm on Twitch really, so it would only be for YouTube. And then it would draw them into like the VODs channel, which, you know, I'll just use that as a dumping ground. Because I need to store them somewhere. I've got all the, what was a cricket down there? I've got all the files downloaded from Twitch. They're on a hard drive. I need to get a bigger one actually. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see it. There's a bloody building in the way. But it looks nice. My other idea will be
Play
good.
said, I've done a small handful of editing streams.
I've seen people do
Most
photo.
PPL that come by my place come to hang out, not so much for what I'm doing.
Yeah, true. I could do photo editing streams. I think that's, because like with that, you don't have to think so much. It's just trial and error until it looks nice. And then you just talk while you're doing it. So I could probably do that. I've got a bunch of photos I need to go through and add to my startup screen. I got heaps. I was going through the other day my catalogue. Damn, there's so many crickets out here. They're everywhere. We need more birds to eat them. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff I can add in there. But only people who actually catch like the 5 or 6 minutes for the intro will see
I
it.
really need to learn to do some of the more advanced image editing things.
Yeah, Lightroom and what's the other one? Capture One. They can totally transform your photos. That's like the difference between just taking a shot out of camera and then editing it is massive. And a lot of photographers, they don't want to do that side of it. They're just like, oh, I just want to take the photo. It's like, yeah, you can do that, but if you did that and spent 10 minutes editing it, it looks amazing. And that's how you can develop your own style as well. So when people see your photo, they know, oh, that's so-and-so's photos. I can tell because it looks like all these other ones. And then if you ever want to go pro or whatever, that's a big draw as well.
Play said, one thing I do prefer doing is getting the shot right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the process. You want to get as much right in camera as possible. And the same goes for filming. Like, oh, we'll fix it in post. No, you're making more work for yourself. You just want to get it right. Oh, street lights are on. Everyone's got to go home now. This should come out near that school, if I remember.
Play said, I figure, once I'm to a point I can just snap a shot and it's almost perfect, in seconds. Then I can learn post-prod stuff.
Hang on, I'm going to chuck my lights on. Do the one on the back. I think you guys have seen this. There we go, so that makes people stop running into me. And then we got this one. Blue is high beams, so I don't want that. Very low beams, and we'll chuck it on pretty low. And I can tell which one it is by how long it lasts. It's 8.5 hours, that's the second longest one. This is the longest one, 21 hours. Oh, I've had my fork locked out the whole time. That's why it was bumpy. Yeah, part of being a good photographer is just being able to be quick. You want to be able to have your settings dialed in. You don't want to miss a shot. And that's just practice. You just got to do it till it's second nature. And like in the past, like you had to figure out all your exposure and stuff in advance. And if you had changing lighting conditions, like you've got to adjust for that. And it's not like, oh, we'll just...
Play said, me, the imminent modder, I'd take both of those apart, put the power buttons on an automotive headlamp switch, and run an external battery pack that holds 21700S.
Nah, it's easier just clicking two buttons. They're separate things.
Said, I love digital photography. Film, I'd never survive.
I mean, they're the same. It's just you have more control over one than you do over the other. And one's significantly cheaper. I've got a film cam. I've got a Minolta 110 zoom that my dad bought brand new from like, oh my God, it's like the 70s. It's got like a leather pouch and
Play
stuff.
said, it isn't though. You have to stop, get off, push 2 whole buttons.
Oh well, you go one like that, done. It's not. I just stopped because it's a little easier.
Play said, total time you spend doing that will exceed the mod time pretty quickly.
No, I did that so I can show you guys. Like I've turned that light on plenty of times while riding. I just reach down and click the button. It's a little bit awkward, but it works. This light's like barely on, but it's still not that dark yet, so. Oh, something smells good. Someone's cooking up something pretty nice. Apparently there's a way up the top here. Or maybe they fenced it off, the whole thing, I don't know. I think you can walk up there. It's like a water tower. And then all the mobile phone signal things are up there. I'm gonna have to cross over. You know what, we'll stay on this side and we'll go through town.
Play said, remember, intense greater than if it ain't broke, mod it.
Oh, I got a different philosophy. I like things simple and effective. Like if it works.
Play said, that's a good sunset. Find a nice building real quick.
Simplicity is the aim of the game. Don't overcomplicate things. I mean, nice school. I mean, how does a rundown high school do for you? Yeah, we'll go up here. The business end of town.
Yes, simplicity, single button, rechargeable batteries.
No, but for me, it's simpler to just have 2 devices. I can just take it off and charge it. I just turn it on with a single click, turn it off with a long click. Oh, there's a church.
Play said, OROROR, you can put a small Genny on the tire, recharge the batteries as you go.
Oh yeah, now I've got more work to do.
Play said, take it off. So much work.
Nah, it's easier just this way. I've got other things I want to work on. Let's have a look at the shrine. Nearly Anzac Day, so I think it's this weekend. So there'll probably be a little ceremony here.
Play said, it's like 3W, it's nothing.
Here we go. Erected in honour of those who served in World Wars 1418, 39 to 45. And the Vietnam one. The Vietnam one's looking a little faded. That needs some love. So we've got the World War II guys over there. They were all fighting my great-grandparents. And the World War I guys over there, also fighting my great-grandparents. All British names by the looks of it. Yeah.
Ozzy Danny said, yeah, on Saturday, and they're scamming Queenslanders out of a public holiday for it.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we get the day off, but I work for myself, so that means nothing. And we've got a sick gun over here. Let's have a look. Where I used to live was Caribbean Gardens. They had tanks there. They had Centurion tanks. I don't know how the guy got his hands on them. It was just full-on tanks sitting around there. Gutted, and I think the barrels were destroyed. Like the rifling was ripped out or something. Yeah. This thing's probably never really even seen any action, you know, given that it's in Australia. It was probably in like some base down here that just had it sitting around. Maybe they took it out for testing every now and then. Yeah, for me, Anzac Day is a bit of a weird one.
Said, is the barrel welded shut?
No, that one had an open barrel, but maybe down the other end, the breech is probably like all stuffed up. But yeah, I've got German family, you know.
Deck said, oh hey the Centotif.
Hello, hello.
Play said, oh DX.
Yeah, so my family's all German going all the way back, so it's a weird thing for me to celebrate. But I still respect it, you know. I'm not going to shit on the holiday. I'm not going to shit on the people that went into those wars. This all happened before I was even born, so I've got no business doing that. All right, we'll do a quick run through the town. How are we doing for time?
Ozzy Danny said, commemorate, not celebrate.
Exactly. It's to respect the people who put their lives on the line. You could dive into the whole politics of those wars, but they're done, they're over.
Muted Play said, I shit on holidays. All celebrations, gatherings, etc. are a blight.
Let's cross over here. Oh, there's a gym here. That seems new. They used to be in a factory on the way out of town, I believe. Unless that's like a competing gym or something. And they got their merch in the chemist too.
Muted Play said, I respect them by not allowing what they fought to squash to fester in my own life.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to show respect. A lot of people don't even understand the whole thing. They don't know what liberty is.
Ozzy Danny said, for me, the take-home lesson every year is war costs lives.
Yep. And the way I see it is like you should really only defend your home country. If there's an invading force, yep, okay, pick up your guns and go defend your homeland. Don't go overseas. That's none of your business. That's got nothing to do with you. There's a jewelry store there.
Muted Play said, I have comments, but that gets pretty well into no topic.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all arguments everyone's made before. Not going to be convincing anybody of anything. Everyone's got their opinion.
Muted Play said, short version, pooing on your own locale.
Yeah, I can abide by that. Well, what bike's this? I have no idea. It's like an old kid's mountain bike. Oh, I'm really liking how easy this thing is to ride now. This is awesome. It's funny, I was just used to how it was before.
Muted Play said,
you're just used to the drag.
Literally the reason different cities, countries, nations exist is because PPL want different things.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on, I've got to show you this. This is cool. Check out this Pajero.
Muted Play said, make sure you keep it lubed. It'll last for forever.
I mean, it's lasted since 2017, so it's doing all right. I like this. This is cool. It's a Mitsubishi. Not a Mitsubishi. It's a fairly newish Pajero. That's like 2008, 2009 era. I don't even know if they still sell them. I know the latest ones look really cool.
Ozzy Danny said, haha. Muted Play said, WTF.
Well, check out the Cyberpunk KFC. They got their LED lights on. We're in the future, guys. Look, it's Cyberpunk Colonel. Crossover. We're good. Except they didn't pay their electricity bill because only half the signs lit up.
Muted Play said, I take it your bucket doesn't spin either.
My what? Nah, the buckets. I don't think they ever span here. They're always static. Or maybe they did and then they ground to a halt before I was born. Yeah, petrol's still expensive.
Muted Play said, KFC bucket.
Yeah, diesel's about, I don't know. It is lower. You know, from peak, it's about 50 cents lower. Still too high. We need to lop off another $1 on those prices and then we'll be happy again. Oh, we've got a few trucks sitting around. They must be waiting to go to Safeway. Which means the truck bay is probably full.
Muted Play said, Yeah, they just let those new that did just fall into disrepair, and new ones never got the motor.
Is that bright enough? Yeah, that's the good one. Okay. We're on the second lowest one now. You can actually see the light. I think the lowest one is like really only good when it's already
Beauty
dark.
said, Carruthers.
Oh, here we go. Let's check this thing out. This is like a huge, they must have had a mine here or they moved it here. But that thing's got like a whistle on top and it goes off at 12 o'clock every day. And I can hear it from my place and like, we're kind of far from it. So when it goes off here, holy shit, it would just be deafening. There's like a whole bunch of these things all around the town.
Beauty Place said, put my engine in a real engine bay TYVM.
This is like coal mine stuff everywhere. It's cool though that they've kept
Beauty
it.
Place said, what's it for?
I mean, it used to be for like a mine shaft. Lower people in and out of the mine shaft. But they've kept all that stuff. And this is the whalebone. And a long time ago, or maybe not that long ago, I don't know, they had a whale wash up and they kept the bones for it. Now, I don't know if they're real or plastered or what, but I think originally they were real. So there's this joint, whalebone, and then there's the Wonthaggi Club up here. There's another one that's kind of next to it. They're all pretty good places to go grab some food.
Beauty Place said, there's a town in Nevada that,
Wonthaggi
until
Hotel.
recently, rang a bell at sundown. For not good reasons.
Oh, I don't know what the reasoning is. I just think it's cool.
Beauty Place said,
gives the place character.
OFC, PPL threw a fit when they stopped it. Because
Yeah, it's
humans
tradition.
suck.
So there's the Wonthaggi Club. They're okay. They're not as good as they used to be. The Workman's Club is probably the best place to go to. They've got really solid food there. They don't skimp on the serving sizes. And it's a good price. And then down here is just all like real estate and little groceries and butchers and stuff. There's an IGA down one of the arcades.
Beauty Place said, the one in Nevada was to tell native inhabitants when their curfew was and to get inside.
Oh shit. Why do they have a curfew? That's bullshit. But isn't America the land of the free? Apparently not. Yeah, we'll ride through the little bit where the IGA is. I don't think I have to go up any stairs or anything for that, so we should be okay. There's a very expensive butcher there.
Beauty Place said, because 1800s racism exists in 2020, apparently.
It'll be one of those things that it's like people grow up not knowing what it was, and then they're like, oh, well, we've always done this. Is this thing gonna open? There we go. Yeah, it's easy IGA. They're pretty good here. They've got a good selection. And you got the liquor store next to it. They have some good stuff every now and then. Want to open up? There we go. We're going to get collected? No, not today. Maybe that BMW will come after us.
Beauty Place said, I could go on a tirade, but that gets into another no-no topic, so I'll refrain.
Man,
Auntie Danny said, you can bike indoors.
I mean, you're not supposed to, but I did.
Beauty Place said, I was just gonna ask about that.
I see bikes in there all the time. People like, you know, they're not riding in there. They probably walk them in, but it's not a big deal. You know, as long as I don't hit anybody. Just, you know, be responsible. Yeah, I try to avoid Twitter before I do a stream so that my head is
Beauty
clean
Place
of all the
said, intense
politics.
breaking the rules, oh.
Hey, what rule is there? What law did I break?
We woo.
There's no law saying you can't ride a bike inside. There might be a rule from a private establishment, but they didn't tell me that. And if I don't hear it from them, it doesn't exist. This dude's screaming along. It's supposed to do like 43 here.
Beauty Place said, it's Aussielandia, I bet there is.
I'm not going that way. Yeah, we'll go around Aldi.
Beauty Place said, on a Tuesday, with a wombat in your left pocket.
Now, if I was riding through like like Chadstone or not like Knox City or something.
Someone
Yeah, okay,
said,
don't
I
do
mean, a security guard looked right at you and said nothing.
that. Nah, that was just a guy that was working. He's not a security guard, that's just a tradie, man. You're not going to have a security guard for a tiny little place like that. They don't give a shit. So unleaded, $2, and diesel still $2.80. It's still a lot. Still too high. I'll fix it eventually, but in the meantime, people got to pay.
Maybe he just wasn't paid enough.
Nah, he's just doing his shopping, man. It's a tradie. He's finished work. He's doing shopping. He's on his way home to his wife and kids.
Wow, we are in the country chat.
We are. Barely. Like I'm an hour 15 away from my old house. And we're not really that far out. If I drove for an hour and 15 towards Melbourne and past it, I'd still be in Melbourne. I mean, people underestimate how big the place is. Melbourne's massive. It was the third largest city in the world at one stage by area. Just like urban sprawl going everywhere. Oh, sick, they're open.
Uticlay said, so, Kansas typically has gasoline for 40% cheaper than pretty much a NYWHERE in the US.
Yeah, nice. I wish we could have
Ozzy
that.
Dunny said, I saw a black shirt with writing and just assumed security guard. Haha, we have a high crime rate, okay.
Our crime rate's pretty low here.
Uticlay said,
really.
when most places were for United States dollars per gallon US, Kansas was still like 2.80 per gallon.
Yeah, it's the taxes, man. Taxes add a lot to the price of fuel and commodities. But also the recent thing is more who's got supplies and who, like reserves and who doesn't. Oh, still got a bit of a sunrise there. Hey, it's a Jeep. Do you want to change the transmission on that? I know how to now. I will never want to do that job though. No, thank you. The moon's out. I can see one of the planets next to it.
Uticlay said, in that case, it's because Kansas is almost entirely farmland, so diesel use is very high.
Yeah,
Gasoline, not as much.
that makes sense. So they'll have like huge, like,
Ferris Eshoban said, there he is Mr. Security Guard. It's the guy, cycling around. Looking a bit intense you if I may say.
I can't secure anything. Don't put that responsibility on me.
When diesel is 4.00 per gallon, Kansas is 6.00 per gallon.
I would make a horrible security guard. Those people are up to no good. But I'm kind of comfortable in my chair and I think I'll just stay here.
Ozzy Dunny said, hi Rice.
It's a problem for the cops to worry about, not me so much. My cousin was a security guard. Actually, two of them were in the city in Melbourne, but this is a long time ago. This is like early 2000s. Maybe even before then. No, yeah, about early 2000s.
Uticlay said, oh, Shogun San.
And they said it was a fairly cushy job. Like, you just have to go out, do your patrol, and occasionally tell like some people to move on. They really never got into any problems, never got attacked or anything. But that was early 2000s. These days, totally different story. There's no way you'd want to be doing a job like that. I guess it really depends where you're set up. If you're just set up to guard like a work site, yeah, that's cushy. Boring, like you're just sitting there with nothing to do. But if you've got your phone, like, keep yourself entertained a bit. How are we doing for time? We can do another half lap, and then I'll start heading home. I got dinner at 6:30, so that's my deadline today. It'd be good to have like a little bit of time to wind down before I grab dinner. I still got to pack up all my tools and stuff, all the stuff I was doing on the bike. Clean all that up and put it away. But I can do all that tonight. No rush. But then yeah, the rest of the day is just going to be me in DaVinci Resolve.
Uticlay said, same, in the storage unit.
I'll just be frustrated putting videos together that could be done very easily in
Ferris
Premiere.
Eshoban said, any plans for dinner? I'm currently ordering some pizzas from a new shop I haven't tried before.
Yeah, we're getting our dinner from that place I just passed. It was sort of down one of the streets there. And I'm getting, what did I order? Yeah, I got like a hamburger thing. They do like a celebrity Parmigiana every Wednesday, and it changes. But this week's is just like shepherd's pie. It's shepherd's pie on a Parmigiana. And like that, I don't know. I'll skip that. I'll get the burger. I just saw my dad. He's driving to pick up dinner.
Oh, you that sick as.
They do like, I think, a celebrity burger as well. They just do like cheaper stuff some days. Yeah, so Dad's just gone to pick up dinner. So
Music Play said, isn't shepherd's pie that weird British thing?
it's mashed potato with minced lamb. And like no crust, no pastry usually. I guess it
Music
does
Play
come with
said,
pastry for some
that's
people.
like meatloaf corn dog.
It's okay, it's nice, but I don't want it on like a Parmigiana. But sometimes they do like shredded pork belly on Parmigiana. What are the other good ones that they do? They'll do like a lasagna one.
Music Play said, Eds, be right back.
Yeah, they do like a whole bunch. There we go. Now we can see. Might throw the high beams on in a sec. Be a bit better to see a bit further up. Bam! That little bit of light.
Ozzy Danny said, muted, yes, British. Savoury mince with mashed potato on top, in the oven so the mash crisps up. It exists.
It's good, it's a cheap meal. They call it shepherd's pie because it's what the shepherds used to have. And being a shepherd was a fairly
Ozzy
low-paying
Danny
job.
said, some people do love it. I'm not one.
I don't mind it, it's okay, but there's nicer things to eat. So I was either going to have a steak sandwich, which they do really good ones there. They have pretty good steaks. They have like a nice chutney on it. But I haven't had the burger in a while, so I figured, okay, we'll get the burger. So today is going to be a calorie positive day. Because yeah, I might have burned off like what, 300-400 calories doing this. As soon as I eat dinner, that's like another what, 1,200 just added on. But that's all right. I've got a way around that. And that idea is, well, you'll see soon. I still have to work on it a little bit. I've got to fix my audio levels, test all that, and then we should be good to go. And I'm sure something will screw up when I do it, but I'll be home so I can just fix it. Yeah, it's getting a bit dark. We'll do half a lap and then we'll head out. Today's more just a test of like getting back on the bike, making sure it rides good, and it does, rides awesome. I'm so happy
Ozzy
I did
Danny
all that
said,
stuff.
see, I don't like savoury mince or mashed potato, so shepherd's pie is not a winner for me.
Ah, okay. Yeah, mashed potato, some
Music
people...
Play said, sick face.
Mashed potato's got to be done right. Like some people mash it too much and it goes like way too fine. It starts tasting like glue. Has the texture of clag. And you don't want that. You still want it to be a bit coarse. So, yeah, like if you've had bad mashed potato, I can see why people don't like it. Yeah, also too much. You can just have too much of it. The sky's still looking nice out there. Like a deep
Music Play
red.
said, I make mashed potatoes in the blender.
I like scallop potatoes with cream, and then you roast them. They're really good. And then like the edge, the outside bit crisps up, so you get like a mix of textures. You get like the crunchy outside bit.
Ozzy Danny said, I really only like mashed spud if it's done with the sour cream in it.
Yeah, that's good too. You can also use Greek yogurt, which is very similar to sour cream. It's not as sour.
Music Play said, you love my mashed potatoes, then.
Yeah, potatoes are awesome. They're probably one of my staple go-to foods. It's looking pretty sweet out there. Should be a nice day tomorrow.
Ozzy Danny said, I don't like boiled potato either. It's the potato that's the problem for me.
Ah. If we've got nice weather
Music
tomorrow...
Play said, I do taters, butter, sour cream, chives, garlic powder, basil.
Oh shit, that sounds good. That sounds awesome. Yeah, if we've got good weather tomorrow, I'll go for another ride. I'll try get up a bit earlier and we'll go for a longer one. I'll try go to Kilcunda. Maybe we can catch like, do I want to catch the sunset there? Because if I do, then I've got to ride back in the dark.
Ozzy Danny said, gorgeous sunset then.
We can catch maybe the lead up to the sunset and then, you know what? I reckon we can watch the sunset and then just gun it back. It doesn't take that long to get back. Like maybe, I think I can get back in like 45 minutes.
Beautyplay said, do you have a sun filter?
No, I don't. What do you mean? Like
Sarah Seshogan said, that makes me want to pivot what I want for dinner.
like a sun filter on the lens? I've got no filters on this lens. It's got thread. I can put filters on it. I can put an ND filter on it if I really want.
Beautyplay said, for your big boy camera.
Oh yeah, I've got all that. Yeah, I've got an ND filter. I've got 2 sets. They're variable. One's like 2 to 5 stops, the other one's like 6 to 10. But I bought them just before they brought out the magnetic ones that just stick on and off. So mine, they screw on, which is a bit more tedious, but they're a bit more secure. So not the best of both worlds, but yeah, there is an advantage to it.
Beautyplay said, have you posted a list of your equipment anywhere?
Yeah, it's in the about
Asking
section.
for a friend.
Have a look. I've got everything listed in the about section.
Beautyplay said, I think I'd prefer threaded NGL.
It's all in the about section. And when I can fix the banking for Amazon affiliates US, then I'll set up the links properly. At the moment, they're just Australian affiliate links. But I want to get the US one set up. I've been helping Luke set that up too.
Oh sheets, it is.
Yeah, I got everything in there. Even like the bike, I got all the stuff. Well, the car doesn't have any links, but it's got all the specs in there, all the major stuff. And I got nice photos as well. Oh, it's cold down here. We're near a source of moisture. Near some water. But yeah, eventually I want to get Amazon affiliate links set up and then just have like a little chatbot reminder. So if people want to support me for free, all they got to do is click the link and then close out. And then if they buy anything within 24 hours on Amazon, I get like a finder's fee.
Said, what is the lens mount on that 90D? Is it the F?
EFS. So EFS is really good. You can put EFS lenses on it and you can put EF mount on it. I can't put EFM because M is like the mirrorless one.
Not a bad idea.
Oh yeah, I was surprised more people don't do this. Because if you've got like Luke, for example, like he should 100% do that. Because people buy stuff from Amazon all the time, and then if all they got to do is click like a little link before they do it, and then you get a kickback, that'd be awesome. It doesn't cost the person anymore. All they have to do is click one link. It's a really good system to get more people using Amazon. I use it myself. Like everything I buy, I'll just make a link and then I'll buy it through another account and I get like a couple % off.
My M50 has the RF mount, but I have an F adapter.
M50 is an EOS
I wonder
M.
about how that affects my shots, as in, I'm actually shooting smaller than the lens is capable of.
EOS M is a M mount.
That'll be a good idea for his productivity stream yesterday.
But they make RF adapters for it, but RF lenses are expensive.
I refuse to have a Scamazon account. We aren't talking about Twitch.
Well, Amazon and Twitch are basically the same company. Arguably, Amazon is a better company than Twitch if you look at their history of how they treat their customers. Ooh, that's bright. But yeah, at the moment, the links are set up in Australia, so...
Beautyplay said, I refuse to make purchases on Scamazon.
So if you're Australian-based and you feel being generous and nice and want to support me, yeah, when you go make a purchase on Amazon, just click on one of my links first and then go make your purchase. It doesn't cost you anything, but Amazon will give me like a certain percentage based on the product. So I've got it set up just for Australia at the moment. When I try set up the US one and put my banking details in there, it does something weird. It like locks me out of the site. It's like, it just throws up an error page. And then unless I cycle my IP and wipe all my cookies, it doesn't go away. And I'm not doing anything suspicious. Like, it's all how you're meant to do it. Like, the way you set up international accounts is because Amazon have different accounts, different websites all over the world. Like the .com is different to the .com.au, it's different to the .co.jp.
Ferris Eshogan said, IDK how it is over there, but been alright so far with they use Amazon.
Yeah, you gotta like...
Ozzy Dunny said, American tax system would be the issue.
It shouldn't be though, because they've got a form, they've got a system like, hey, I'm not an American citizen, I'd like to use this service. And I've seen other people, they've signed up for it, no worries. And it's weird that it just throws up that error and like locks you out of the site completely. I found a way to get in touch with an Amazon representative to figure out what's going on with that. I just need to go ahead and do it.
My issue is philosophical.
So once I can get around that,
Ozzy Dunny said, can you have it pay to PayPal?
Yeah, you can get paid out by, actually no, I don't think so. It pays out to a bank account. You have to give them your bank details and sign like all these tax form declarations and stuff. Like I went through all the hoops for the Aussie one, got that working. And then I tried the exact same thing for the US one, and then yeah, it's doing that. And then if you want to get Europe on board, you've got to create like a European Amazon account. And then Amazon have this other thing, it's a tool that lets you create one link. I think it's actually called One Link. And then when people click that, it'll go to wherever they are. So if you're in the US, it'll show you a US product or product equivalent. If you're in Australia, it'll go to that one. And that's the link that you promote.
Said, oh, maybe I have F to RF adapter then.
It's a totally convoluted system. But if you just, like for Luke, I said, yeah, just set up the US one. You probably have the most people in the US, so that would be the best one to do. And he should be able to do that and the Japan one.
Beautifully said, remind me to check it out when I get home. I really should know this.
Your lens mount, it's a EOS M mount. Oh, it's EF-M, that's the mount that those cameras use, which is a mirrorless one, and then you can get an adapter, because mirrorless allows the lens to sit closer to the sensor, and RF, there's probably like an EOS M to RF mount.
I mean, what it adapts to.
And you could probably get like an EOS M to EF mount. You should look up speed boosters as well. Speed booster lets you get more aperture, like a lower aperture, by just converting an EFS lens or an EF lens. But you need like the right lenses to be able to do that.
Beautifully said, I def need to do that.
Cheers.
Beautifully said, my best lens is f5.6.
Yeah, that's like the kit lens, man. 5.6 is pretty high. Even the kit lenses are usually higher than that. Kit lens usually starts like 3.5 or 4. And it'll be a variable, it'll go up to like 5.6 as you zoom in. That's why you'll see people when they zoom in, the footage gets dark. Actually,
Beautifully said, yeah, it's not super great.
So what you do to get around that is you start at the higher one. You start at 5.6 and then you zoom in and it'll stay on 5.6. Yeah, lenses are, they're expensive. I spent a lot of money on mine. I think I've got like 3 or 4 grand worth of lenses. Probably about 3 grand. But then again, with inflation, maybe more now, who knows. That's the other thing though, lenses kind of hold their value.
Beautifully said, I run exclusively manual mode, so I'm almost always on 5.6.
You don't have to always be on 5.6 though. Most lenses, when they're wide open like that, that's not the sharpest.
Yeah, my lenses are all less than 200 United States dollars.
But yeah, if you need more light, yeah, you open the lens up. But if you've got sufficient light, well then that opens you up to more creative options. Like, hey, maybe I want a deep focus. Or maybe I want to isolate just my subject.
Said, yeah, I just learned about that.
But also the sharpness changes based on, like every lens is different. Every lens has like a certain like aperture where it's the sharpest. And then that changes again if it's like a zoom lens. So it's just a lot of variables. And like what, you're gonna remember it for every lens? Nah, it's not worth it. Just use it how you want. All right, we can go halfway.
Clay said, I'll be experimenting with apertures in the coming months.
It's just if you open it up, you'll have more light and less things will be in focus. Whereas you shut it down, it gets darker, less light, more things in focus. And if you're doing like videos and stuff,
Clay said, mostly what I'm always looking for is max depth of field.
yeah, so that's hard because if you want max depth of field, like a lot of stuff in focus, you need a high aperture, and then you need a lot of light. So you can either crank up your ISO or you can lower your shutter speed. But then when you lower your shutter speed,
and I do a load of low light shooting because no good lighting in the shop.
yeah.
Right.
So if you do a lot of
Clay said, exactly.
So, I mean, the best thing would be to just invest in a light. That's the cheapest way to get around that. Other than that, you'd invest in a low aperture lens of some sort. But even then, like say, it doesn't matter how low aperture your lens is, if you don't have a good source of light, it's still going to be noisy.
Clay said, one more thing to lug around with me.
It's physics, there's no way around it. That's why the Osmo Pockets are so good. It has I think it's an f2 or f2.2 lens on it, which is fairly low. It's fixed aperture, but because it's so low, it lets in a fair bit of light. And they also have like a half decent sized sensor. You know, not like APS-C, that size. They're less than that, but much bigger than like a phone camera or like most action cameras. Most action cameras have a really small sensor, which works in their favor because for stabilization, you can move it around more and you can stabilize the image more. But usually, they'll stabilize an image with electronic stabilization too.
Clay said, I was talking about it last night, but the Boblog body cam, the IR footage is pretty dang good.
Oh, infrared, yeah.
At least, on the tiny little screen.
Yeah, infrared will be fine, because it actually captures infrared. Like back in the day, most handy cams, like the dad cameras, they all had an infrared mode or like a night vision mode. And these days, like, yeah, good luck with that. Something they sort of stopped offering as they changed sensor type. How we doing for time? I think I have to... yeah, we're pretty good. I'll get home, my food will still be warm. Might have to chuck it in the microwave for a little bit. But yeah, man, you need any info on cameras and stuff, hit me up. Like, I've been a big camera nerd for since 2016. Like originally, I wanted to take videos of all the cars I was reviewing. There wasn't enough time to do it. Between work, getting a review done, and just living life.
Said, I certainly will, I think.
Yeah, I just didn't have the time to do it. But yeah, for you, like a speed booster would be perfect. You get yourself an EF lens, put a speed booster on it, that ups the aperture, you get a brighter image.
Clay said, I also started recording footage for Car Thoughts tonight.
Oh, nice. With the body cam. What is that? That's a nice looking car. It's a Mustang. What are they doing? They're letting me through?
Clay said, yeah.
5 litres of fury. Sounds good. I don't know if that's a stock exhaust on it or not. That's the, what do they call it? The Coyote engine. And those things are tough as nails. You can get like huge power out of them fairly easily. Oh, I can smell that diesel.
Clay said, how do you feel about doing video editing from SSDs?
If it's fast enough, it's fine. I do all mine from an SSD. I got I think it's a 3 terabyte SSD, and I just chuck all my footage on that and edit straight off of it. But my Windows install is also an SSD. I don't have an NVMe. My computer's too old for that. I could chuck one in a PCI Express slot, but it's fast enough. I get, I think, 250 meg per second transfers, megabytes, which is plenty.
Viceroy said, we do not indeed have the technology.
That's right.
Clay said, I worry about write cycles and wearing out the SSD.
Oh, like from read-write cycles? Dude, they last ages. I would never want to run editing off a hard drive, just a normal one. It'd be so sluggish and slow. Definitely do it off an SSD. They're cheap anyway, like, you know, you wear it out. It's going to take you 10 years to wear it out. You just pick up another one, like 30, 40 bucks. Yeah, welcome in, Viceroy. I'm actually just about to wrap up.
Clay said, I think it's 100,000 writes MTBF per NAND.
If you use
Viceroy
hardware...
said, did you take the lens off? Or does the focus just look better because of the headlight?
No, the wide adapter lens is on.
Said, oh, Viceroy.
But if you run Hardware Info 64 and make sure you don't get the corrupted, like hacked version that was for a while, it'll show you how much life is left on your drive. Because they just tell you over the driver. They're like, yep, we've got this many read-writes left. And then it'll show you like drive life remaining. I've got one that's like sitting at 3%. And it's writes. Reads don't hurt them. It's
Viceroy
rewrites.
said, yeah, I still have 4.5 hours left at work.
Oh, damn. That's a long shift. I've got about 4.5 minutes left of this stream.
I wonder if HDD Tune does that. Right.
Yeah, so writing like Twitch VODs to an SSD is a good way to kill it. I've seen people have that problem. Let's give this guy a wide berth.
Clay said, changing data is where looking isn't.
Alright, we're going to Bunnings, we're not getting any snags.
Viceroy said, like regular SSD.
We'll go to this rack over here.
Viceroy said, or M.2.
Oh, that's just a different interface
said,
for it.
Soon, I'm going to get a 12 terabytes enterprise HDD for backups.
Yeah, my next thing will be to get like a USB bank that I can just plug a bunch of hard drives into. And I'll just store everything on that. But I found a spare hard drive the other day, so I'm just going to start loading that up. And I'll use that as a backup.
Said, all NAND SSDs are the same for that max write cycles.
I'll do that. Yeah, it's just the tech. It's just how it is. You know, the interface can be quicker, but you're still bound by that. But they last a long time. Like my old drive, I had that for well over 10 years before it got down to 3%, and I didn't have any problems with it. It was still working. It's just I figured, oh, let's swap it over. All right, who can we raid? Is there anyone on? Because there was hardly anyone to watch today. I was having a look before. I see. Well,
Play said, dude, I'm pulling files off this BODYCAM. 13 megabytes S.
yeah, that's slow.
Play said, USB 2.1 speeds.
That'll be
Ozy Danny said, Nomad's VOD channels is on.
the body cam. Let me just quickly check Twitch. Otherwise, yeah, we'll do Luke. I'll see if there's anyone else on, because that little app doesn't bring up everyone. 6:30, perfect.
Ozy Danny said, Jacknet Jack, cameraman Paul.
I'll probably actually be able to see.
Viceroy said, I'm seeing Paul, Nomad VODs, or Jack.
Yeah, I only see Luke on. All right, Luke it is. Let's see if I can remember this. We go here. We go there. We hit up raid. We go here. We mute myself. One of these does it.
Viceroy said, have a good one, mate.
I changed the order on this, didn't I? No, I changed the order on my other phone. Yeah, we'll do, man. I'll be home soon. I'll go to have dinner and eat, but is it this one? Yeah, there we go. Where's raid? You can reorder these. You can put these like at the start, so I'm going to do that when I get home too. I've done it on the camera phone.
Ozy Danny said, thanks for vicarious exercise.
That's all right. Thanks for keeping me company. It was a good test. The bike is riding really good at the moment. So yeah, if I'm feeling good tomorrow and the weather's good, we'll do like a Kilcunda ride. Bit of a long one.
Muted Place said, Dobry Becca all.
Is that Raiden? There she goes. And we'll go back here. Oh wait, that's the wrong app. It's the chat one. No, I gotta go. See, it's been that long, I've completely forgotten how to do all this crap. That's not what I do. I go into my...
Muted Place said, PFFFT, TTS lady needs to learn Rusky.
I go here. And then I can accelerate it. I'm gonna ride and run because I just gotta get home and eat. But yeah, tell Luke hello. What are we gonna say? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Just say, look, Intense has got to ride and run. He's grabbing dinner. Something like that. All right, I'll catch you later. All right, I'll catch you later.
Said, Smooth Gears raid.
Please tell me that worked.
Smooth Gears raid.
I think it worked. I can't tell because I'm an idiot.
Ozzy Dunny said, Intense says hello.
Ah,
Run
must have
to eat
worked
dinner.
now. Must have worked now.
Ozzy Dunny said, one there, waiting.
Must have worked. All right, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. Cool.
Okay.
And I can end this.
I did. Oh, ask
Stop.
for anyone else to come on.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta do this. How do I do it?
Show, look at that.
Yes.